What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here and we're talking about money. Now, I want to be as transparent with you guys as possible, and I want to share with you guys what happened to me, and I would like to hope that you won't do the same thing. First things first, I got monetized a couple years ago. Maybe it was last year or the year before, I'm not really sure. Anyway, I got monetized pretty quickly. It took me about 3.5 months to get monetized. YouTube was pushing my stuff out there for the world to see. It was a great experience. Got monetized off of a couple of shorts and videos that I did. They got lots of traction. YouTube was actually telling me, hey, keep it going. What did I do? I stopped. I stopped for about a whole year posting content, and now I barely get any views at all. So it was a terrible thing. So I want to share with you guys that monetization is a privilege. It's a privilege. Just like getting your driver's license is a privilege. So you have to make sure that you're staying consistent, make sure you're doing the things you're supposed to keep it, maintain, kind of like your license. So in other words, don't stop posting content and get too comfortable like I did, because it's really hard to build up traction and do those things again. So here, now that you've heard mistake number one, let's get into mistake number two. Mistake number one basically was not posting consistently after monetization. Mistake number two is having a goal of monetization. That was my only goal. I want to be monetized because you look around and you see people living their best life. You see people with millions of views, millions of subscribers, and they're not doing much of anything. That's mistake number two. Thinking that people's journey was easy and it took them nothing to get there. They blew up overnight sensations. That's not what happened. Those people worked their butts off for the most part to get there. And you have to be humble in the process and not make your goal monetization. Do it for the joy of just doing it. Do it for the reason that you really enjoy making content. You really enjoy making videos. Do it for that reason. Don't do it for the goal that you see everybody else has, or a goal because you're comparing yourself to somebody else, because comparisons will forever be the thief of all joy, and we don't want that. So not that I was comparing myself to other content creators, it was just that I really wanted to have that life and be able to do it easily. So I thought, but that was not the case. It's very hard work to be a YouTube or content creator in general, so don't take that for granted. Mistake number three. Mistake number three was not sharing my content with family and friends and other people. Now, for me personally, I feel like I get the best support from strangers, and I didn't really want to share my content with other people and let people know that I was actually, have a YouTube channel, because I just don't feel like there was something I wanted to do. Now, I wanted to kind of go off and say, now I'm doing well on YouTube. I can do these things and I can share these things with other people. Now I'll share it. But in the beginning stages, why not? If there's people that you feel like might watch your content, share it with them. Nothing wrong with doing that. Now, I really want to get into the part of just making sure you're staying humble and grounded in your process. Do it for the joy of doing it. And if it's meant to happen for you, it definitely will. What's for us is definitely for us, and nobody can take that away from us. So just think about powering your greatness and living in your greatness and not worry about everything else that comes along with it. For example, if you're really, really good at something, you want to be able to share that with the world, and you wouldn't really have to ask for money because you want to share the information with somebody. Kind of like me with mental health. I love mental health. And although I'm doing different, things on my channel and out in the world, everybody doesn't really care about mental health. So this take YouTube as sharing information with the world. And there'll be somebody who actually wants to hear that. They just have to know that you exist. So here I am now, I should say, trying to get back monetized because it's been a whirlwind of issues trying to get my content out. So YouTube is something that I actually enjoy. And I enjoy making content. I enjoy collecting pieces of videos and clips and compiling them. That's something that's fun to me. It's kind of a relief, especially with the work that I do, because if it was up to me, I would just post content about mental health all day. But everybody doesn't want to hear about mental health stuff all day. So I strive to do other things to make sure that my content is being pushed out on different platforms and such. So one of the things I want to share with you guys, and it's something that you should probably do, is basically expanding on your greatness. So that everybody has something that they're pretty good at. So it doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, you can go watch YouTube videos. I don't like to think of things as oversaturated. I like to think of things as being available and readily available. So I want to share consistent is going to be a big part of actually doing what you have to do for YouTube. And that's going to take a lot of time for a lot of people. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot of time at all. So depending on who you are and what you're doing, it's going to be great, because like I said before, YouTube was actually favoring my content and they were pushing it out and I was gaining traction, and I took advantage of that and I didn't do anything with it. So here we are back from square one. But aside from all that, I really want to share with you guys some ways that I make money online, about $25,000 extra passive income by just selling my greatness. And what I mean by that, if you have a certificate or a degree or you took some extra courses, you're already nearing the expert mode for the most part. You know a lot more than other people know about that particular topic because most people don't have a degree in your field. So now that I share with you guys how I got demonetized, I want to share with you my whole thought process behind it. I think every lesson we have in life should reflect on something and make some changes out of it. So basically, what I thought was I was very disappointed in myself initially, but then I said, you know what, let me do it a different way, take a different strategy, a different approach, and really take this serious because this is something that I really enjoy doing. So for me, I had to reflect back on other times where I have overcome things that I wanted to do, and I put those things into perspective. Like for instance, on Pinterest, I would get maybe 300,000 views per month. And, I let that go as well. So I'm like, what am I really doing? What is my sole purpose in the social media content creation? Do I really want to do this? And if so, I should be putting the effort in to actually accomplish it. So I want to put the steps in place in order to actually do that. So that I have been doing that, I have passively been able to make about $25,000 extra passive income. And what I do is, I know you guys see Shopify and Pinterest, and you see Etsy, you see all those things all over the place. But what I did was take some time to actually reflect on what my vision was for social media creation. And I was able to maximize that with just things that I already know. I have courses that I sell on mental health related content. I have an Etsy store that has digital content on demand. I also have a Shopify store that focuses on mental health and wellness. So it's still things that I actually enjoy, but it's stuff that I can use other outlets to actually service some of the things that I want to do as well. So that's been very, very helpful. So for you, my hope is that you actually focus on your greatness and you outsource your resources and you actually maximize something that will make you make some additional money as well. So if you want to know more about this content, just subscribe for more, and I can go down into more detail about what I do for each of these outlets, and hopefully it'll help you. And some people might say, you know what, Shopify is overrated, Etsy's overrated, Pinterest affiliate marketing is overrated. All these things are overrated, but at the end of the day, there's enough room for everybody, and there will forever be enough space for everybody to thrive if you want the opportunities. So it does take initial effort to get it started, but once it gets going, you can guarantee that you're going to make some money off of this stuff. There's a that you can make money off of it. It's passive income. It doesn't really cost you anything. And at this point, you're the expert. So why not share something of your expertise with the world? Because like I said, there's so much room for everybody to move around comfortably. And we can't be envious or jealous of people who are actually taking the initiative to actually go do these things. There's room for you, there's room for me, and all you have to do is take advantage of that. So I really want to encourage you all to do something great with yourself as far as expanding on what you can actually do. When content creators here on YouTube have a large following and they don't have something that they're selling, I always wonder why. Some people don't have the background to do like business entrepreneurial things, and which is fine. But you have an opportunity to expand things for your family, wealth for yourself, wealth for the next person, and actually be an influence. So if you're a social media influencer, it's important to be able to use your influence the best of your ability to get the things that you need for your. And it's not necessarily about the money part of it, but it may be the piece where you need to have an extra push and you can step into your own greatness, because some people don't know what their purpose is in life. And you might not know that until you just put yourself out there. So if you like this video and this content, then stick around and subscribe. I would love to have you over here. I'm going to continue to do what I do, and hopefully it's encouraging to somebody. And if not, then hopefully you tell somebody that, I don't know, but stick around. There'll be more of these videos. I appreciate your time by watching the video. It means the world to me.